Okay, one thing. I know my dad said this. He always says you need to stop moving your feet
Oh, I know.
because he says
Is
you
it
always
distracting?
like bounce it. Yeah, you
I
always
know, but I'm
bounce it.
such a balance. I can't stop moving.
Imagine you hit the mic.
Okay, Mike, I'm gonna do this for you, Mr. Hawkins. My feet are gonna stay still.
That's probably a good idea. Well, I mean,
Shalom.
shalom everybody.
Shalom, everybody.
We are so back.
It's been probably a couple months.
It's been too long.
Our last guest was Cyrus. Can you believe that was that long ago?
That was
Feels like yesterday.
that did not feel like yesterday.
You know what feels like yesterday?
Yeah,
The start of school.
I fully agree. I remember
Yeah.
sitting down in my first business math course, and like, because I had just taken a gap year from school, sitting down like, here we go again type deal.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. I remember, I remember Flying into Calgary by myself and being like, well, I guess we're gonna try this thing out, and
See how it goes.
it's pretty sweet.
You
It's
probably
been a good
didn't
ride.
think you'd be starting a podcast with some random dude. From
No, I
Red
didn't. I
Train.
definitely didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool.
It's Good Friday at the time of filming. Maybe
Yes.
it's Easter by the time of dropping. We don't know.
Don't know, but thank you, Jesus, for dying on the cross for us.
Yes.
Big ups.
Big W's on Sunday.
Let's go.
Um,
Yeah, but
yeah, so we hope you have a good Easter.
Yep.
Maybe you are eating your Easter dinner right now, watching us around your dinner table, telling your parents about how much of a great people James Black and Morgan Hawkins are, and we're just happy we can be part of your family celebration.
Yes, that's great.
Yeah.
We surprisingly have a confession, considering we
Yes,
haven't uploaded
we've
it.
one confession, and we're just gonna
ages.
get it out of the way. I don't know if it really makes a lot of sense. The English is bad, but that's okay.
All right.
My English is also bad. So confession, I didn't know what to say to a girl, so I said that my friend likes men. And I haven't talked to her since.
What? Can I read that?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Like, did you like the girl? Did you...
My friend likes men.
My friend likes men. Did you like the girl in Panic? And be like,
My friend likes men. I don't know how that would affect.
who do you think about this? And we'll start, like, investigating.
I feel like if
I
we
just don't
start
understand.
guessing, that would be.
I just really don't understand, because, like, did you like the girl? And then you got nervous, and you were like, my friend likes men! Oh!
But why would you?
But why would you resort to that? Who thinks of that? Unless, does your friend like men? Or is your friend a woman? Like,
Okay, we should probably move on.
I don't know. I'm asking the important questions
That's
here.
fair enough. Well,
But I don't, like, if it's a girl you like, yeah, I'd be nervous too. I'd probably say something similar. You know?
I don't know if I would resort to that.
No, I
but
wouldn't.
you
I'm
know what?
joking.
To each their own,
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, my friend likes men. Okay.
Moving
That's
on.
bad.
Yeah, but like this is kind of our year-end recap.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess we can kind of talk about what we've done.
Mm-hmm.
We started off
We started this podcast in what, October?
probably around there. Yeah. Thanks, Heidi, and who started this? Who told us to start it? Heidi and Maggie, right? There was
Arabella was there.
Oh, true.
Who else was part of that conversation?
I can't remember. I think
That
Joe
group of
was-
friends.
Yeah, that group of friends. So shout out you guys. We wouldn't be here this popular, rich, and famous, and
Yeah,
also
for real.
handsome without you guys. So
But once we reach a million, we'll probably forget about you guys.
yeah,
So.
that's true. So we've definitely been thinking about doing this next year again.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
We should get more regular posts. We've been saying that. We've been lacking this semester.
Yeah.
Like a lot. We've been posting like once every 2 months. Last semester's like once a week.
Yeah.
And so maybe next semester we'll try to find like a nice middle ground where
Mm.
it's like, I don't know. And we'll try to get more guests because we haven't. I think the only really real, other than the RAs, we really only got Cyrus as a guest,
Yeah, that's true.
and he was a pretty sweet guest. But
We needed to get Professor on, but
yeah,
I feel like that's kind of hard to do with your first year
Yeah, it
when you
is.
don't really know
Yeah.
your professors that well. So.
yeah. So if you yourself want to get on the podcast, let us know. Maybe we'll work something out.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll say hell no, get out of my face. But you know, it's worth a shot.
That's probably not going to happen, but who knows? It depends on who you are, right?
yeah.
No. Yeah, so we interviewed all the RAs, or not all the RAs, some of the RAs.
Most of them.
A good
We're
chunk
sorry
of
if we
them.
didn't get to, but at the same time, I think we were just kind of bored of interviewing our RAs and we wanted to move on.
Yeah, well, we also kind of just stopped uploading.
Yeah, we
but
did that too.
Whatever. Yeah, and then we did Halloween special. That was a fun one, actually. I enjoyed that one.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Actually, I was just talking about that. It feels like not that long ago.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Yeah, that was probably like our second or third episode in. Probably third.
I think third or fourth. No,
Oh.
because we started with Josiah, then we did
Alex?
and then
Probably Halloween special right after.
oh, that's a good point actually. Oh wow, and then we did Civet, and then how many videos have we uploaded? Okay, our VT signaled to us, but I didn't read
We
that
don't know
at
what
all.
he's saying. We don't know sign language.
Yeah, true. But yeah, it's been fun actually.
It has been. It's been fun.
Yeah, I think like I said, we should definitely continue this next year. Just kind of uploading whenever.
So
But,
if we were to compare semesters, fall semester, winter semester, what has been your favorite? What has been more enjoyable for you?
in terms of like the first week here was so much fun. I definitely
Yeah.
took it for granted because we were literally just going out and doing. Okay, sorry. Back to how many
Our VT signaling. We forgot about our legendary elevator episode.
That was so scuffed.
So
It was
scuffed.
probably 5 or 6 episodes.
But we really hope you enjoyed that one
Yes.
because we really went through a lot.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was like 2 hours.
We spent like 2 hours.
Yeah,
We spent at least a good hour in an elevator. It was getting hot and sticky.
it was not comfortable.
It was not
at
comfortable.
all. What were we saying?
Yeah, comparing semesters.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that first week I definitely took for granted.
Yeah.
because we were just going out and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like doing whatever.
Well, and we had no
Weather was
homework,
nice,
we had nothing
no
to do.
homework, Syllabus.
I remember
week.
being like it was like 30 degrees out, and we were going out to watch the soccer game.
Yeah.
That was probably like the kickoff. That was probably the first weekend here. We had the lemonade truck.
Oh, true.
Um,
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I definitely like enjoy this second semester a bit more because I feel like it's the same as the first semester, but you already know everyone more, kind of.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know.
I don't know. I think like coursework. No, I think in every aspect I've enjoyed second semester over first semester. Like I think my courses are just more enjoyable because it's less intro courses.
Right.
But then also like I think you're right. Like you just get to know more people.
Yeah.
And you're not like the first week or so of the first semester, maybe even first month, you could argue is about like just meeting new people. And it's not like building on the relationships you already have, but it's about like making new relationships.
Right.
Whereas second semester is more about just building on the relationships you made in the
Yeah.
previous
Well,
semester.
also like talking with new people. Like we've been hanging out with some people that we didn't really hang out with first
Yeah, for
semester,
sure.
and then also vice versa, where we kind of stopped hanging out with some people, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But
Well, and it wasn't. Yeah, it was just like
we just stopped hanging out, which wasn't a big deal. But I don't know.
the drama. No,
No.
there's no drama.
We hate you guys. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, it's interesting how those social
Yeah.
aspects change
Yeah,
just
100%.
over time, and
100%.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to next year. Like, it's gonna be exciting.
yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to summer. I'm done school. I need a break, but I'm also looking forward to the fall and coming back fully energized and
Right.
ready to go at it again and seeing like I think coming back after 4 months will be fun. Seeing everyone again, and
I fully agree.
right, like
Yeah.
there'll be people. Yeah, I think that'll be really good. Just
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm excited for that.
Do you want to explain what you do for work?
Yeah, so I guess this summer I'm going up to camp. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going up to camp. I guess I'll be kind of like a senior position, so it'll be fun.
Nice.
Have a little bit of leadership and yeah. No, I'm excited. I'm excited to serve and to see what God has in store for camp and how He can use us in that way. But also at the same time, like I don't know, camp's always just fun and. A break from school will be good. Like I'm done. I'm toast.
Right.
I clocked out 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Yeah.
What's your favorite work story from the camp?
Oh shoot.
That you're probably allowed
Oh
to
shoot.
tell.
I actually don't know if I can say this. I'm gonna PG it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Last year we were playing a game called Notch, and this was
Oh.
before the summer started. So no kids were on property. It was just like because in our May and June stuff we had like 10. We probably had like 10 staff total, and so it was like you get really close with the guys, and it's like because you work and live together 24/7,
Right.
and then so we played with that group of staff. We played Notch, where it's like if I say I'm gonna do something, so I could say something like, "Oh, I could eat a horse. I'm so hungry," and then someone says Notch. I either have to like go do that thing,
Yeah.
or get a notch in my eyebrow.
Like shave a notch.
Yeah,
in
shave a
your
notch in your
eye.
eyebrow, and I said something like, "Oh, this is so bad." I said something like Plastic James speaking before he thinks, and saying that I would go, I would go slide down. So there's a neighboring camp to us across the lake, and they have a big water slide, and I would go slide down their big water slide with little to no clothes.
And they called Notch on it.
And they called Notch on it, and I was like, well, frick, I have to do it.
Yeah.
And I also was like, I mean, I probably should have taken the Notch, but I was like, nah, this is funny.
Yeah.
And so I did it, and it's funny because they took a video of it, and it's like, and then fast forward to this fall, the directors, all the camp directors come together in Manitoba and have like meetings every now and again, just to see how, I guess, how they can support each other. And that camp came to us and said, "Oh, we saw one of your staff sliding naked down our slide," and then, but our director hadn't heard of it because obviously we're not going to tell her that, and and it was just really funny because then she came back to camp the next day. She's like, "Do you guys know anything about this?" And everyone had my back, and everyone was like, "What? No, that wasn't us. That's got to be a cottager. That wasn't us."
That's funny.
So, yeah, kind of a legendary story now, and also something very much not allowed. Don't do that, folks.
Yeah,
that could be
100%.
VT signaling, running.
Yeah.
Yeah. He brought up another good story, but we aren't going to share that. That's.
It's probably not. Well,
I guess I have a lot of stories from camp.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Camp Bible School, I have a lot of really
I
stupid
mean, that's
stories.
understandable. Any time you're working with a bunch of random teenagers,
No, I think anything you get a bunch of teenage guys
Yeah.
living in the same circle, like you're gonna get some awesome stories out of it.
yeah, that's good though.
Yeah, especially because like at Bible school, like I think Ambrose is a little bit different because we have to be more responsible because we have schoolwork to do, and as like
Right.
we're trying to get like the reason why we're here is to get a degree.
Right.
But at Bible school, is no one's there for this piece of payment saying you completed it because it's really not worth anything. So it's just about having fun, and
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, you do learn a lot, and you're definitely there to learn, but you're also there to have fun.
Right.
And I think same at camp, like you're there to serve number one, but there's also like when you're off duty, like there's nothing kind of getting in the way
Yeah.
of you. Especially in the spring when there's no kids on property, there's a lot more you can do and get away with.
That's funny.
So
Cool.
yeah,
Well, that's your summer.
what's your summer like?
My summer is literally working and mowing lawns and cutting grass.
What
and
did Darren Dick have to say?
Darren Dick did not find that very entertaining.
Yeah.
I came into class, my English class, and I sit down and people are still kind of filing in, and he goes, "Oh, anyone have any fun summer plans?" And I'm like kind of nodding my head because I do enjoy working.
Yeah,
I genuinely
yeah.
do. It's a good feeling. So I'm kind of nodding my head, and he's like, "Oh, Morgan, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
And he's like, I say, "Oh, I'm working." And he's like, "Well, what do you do for work?" I was, "Oh, I cut grass."
Yeah.
Cut grass, mow lawns, and he wasn't too not fond, but he did not find that answer very entertaining.
Yeah.
So he's like, I can't remember what he said.
A couple
but
shots fired.
Yeah, a couple shots
Yeah,
fired.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
they were funny shots, but yeah. So that's what I'm doing for summer, and then yeah, I definitely enjoy it. It's the same sort of thing where you're literally just working with a bunch of people your age,
Yeah.
for the most part, and you're just doing.
Keeps you busy, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
there's some definitely funny stories. My crew last year was really good. We were
Yeah.
in terms of like productivity, but I definitely received a few videos of people. So there's this. It's called snow fences where
Yeah.
it's that big orange fence that
Yeah,
people
yeah,
put
yeah.
up. Yeah. I have a video of some guy wrapping himself in it and wiggling on the ground and stuff, and
That's funny.
so people definitely
goof off.
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
it's good.
I think definitely hand labor jobs are fun because when you have a good crew, because if everyone's working, it's like you're busy, you don't look at the clock.
Yeah.
Like time goes by.
Yeah.
But then if you have a bad crew and they're not really doing anything, they're just kind of sitting on their butt, it's like so annoying.
Yeah, our crew's great.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to working with them again.
So we asked on our Instagram story, and we didn't get many responses, so we got like one. But we were just mentioning like what are some of your favorite memories from this past school year?
Mm-hmm.
And Jael mentioned our poker days in Shalom.
Oh,
and that really brought me back because I think like the first
True.
couple months of Shalom, in the Shalom pod, we would just every single night we played poker.
pretty much, yeah.
We never put money on it, but
No.
we would just play like with cards and chips and. Yeah,
That
that was really our favorite. Like
we-
there's probably a solid month where we played like every single night,
100%.
and often throughout the day. And we haven't really. It's funny because we haven't really used that poker table for poker since. Like we really played hard for like a month or two, and then we haven't really played poker
So
since.
I think I know when it was. I'm pretty sure it was after the Super Bowl when we had rearranged all the couches in a different order, and
Yeah,
then we were
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, this is kind of nice," so we just left it like that.
We just kind of left it, and the poker table was just kind of to its side.
Yeah. Which is
But even then,
disappointing.
even before that, like I don't know if we ever really played poker in the winter semester.
We definitely didn't play as much.
No, fall. I remember there was probably some days we played like 6 hours of poker a day.
Probably. Yeah.
Um,
My royal flush.
Yeah,
We peaked
actually,
at that.
VT
but-
put a picture up.
I'm
I'll
pretty
send it
sure
to you.
we've done this picture
Have
before.
we? Well, it's a cool picture.
It is a cool picture.
The girls are gonna like it.
Yeah, but we played so much poker.
Yeah.
I have no idea how we
Didn't get bored of it. But that was like our phase. That was
Yeah.
like we just pokered,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was good. And that really brought me back though.
Yeah.
And Rennick would often come and
Yeah, that was
um,
great.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, because I know when we had Josiah on here, we talked about like the phases and stuff. Have we had any like crazy winter
I don't think so.
phases? I
really-
definitely have. I have my own phases where with guitar and stuff.
guitar. Yeah, you've definitely gotten into that a lot more. Yeah.
Going down to the squash courts, guys. I'm about to put you on. Actually, don't go there unless if I'm
Don't
there,
go
then
between 1 and 3 in the morning.
Yes,
that's when
which-
that's his prime time.
That's
guys.
my prime time. But the acoustics down there are
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I
playing
think it
down
was
there's
when
been really
I was able to get
enjoyable.
my acoustic guitar from Winnipeg, and then we had like a week where like everyone was just playing their instruments.
Yeah.
And then I think kind of since then you just kind of picked up music a lot more.
100%.
But that's cool, yeah. But
Yeah. No, that was good. I don't know what phase. Like we haven't really had a Shalom phase again.
yeah, we haven't really like.
We
Yeah,
got into movies a little bit,
a little bit.
and then we kind of stopped. We watched Inception. That was a good movie.
Yeah, I was never. I'm not a movie guy. I've never really.
Mm.
I remember. Yeah, I'd always just go to bed early those nights.
Yeah.
Kind of a loser. Sorry,
Oh,
guys.
okay.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that the only response we had?
It was the only, and then, yeah, it was the only. That was the only response. Yeah.
Okay. I think we had some from Kyler, which
Yeah,
was
yeah.
one of my friends from back home. I know a few of you guys have probably
Yes.
met him.
Shout out Kyler.
Shout out Kyler, but
One-
there's no way we can read any of your responses on here.
I'll tell you one response he put in.
Sure.
He said, "Watching the Kings beat the Oilers in round one is something he's looking forward to in the summer." And to that I respond with, "I'm looking forward to seeing the Flames play golf. They probably already got the clubs out and going. I guarantee you they probably hit. They've probably already hit the clubs." So,
I do not want to go on a rant,
yeah.
but I'll leave it at Anaheim Ducks sold our playoffs.
Hmm. And losing all the games, so you playoffs.
Anaheim sold our playoffs.
Yeah, of
we
course,
the
of
fact that
course.
we beat the
Losing
Kings
in
was
Anaheim.
the fact that we beat Vegas was enough. That's insane. That shouldn't have happened, but it did. And then we also beat the Kings, which less insane, but 20 seconds left. Anaheim lets in a goal. They go to OT. Our playoff run or chances of it are just over. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
You know, it wouldn't have been over if you won a couple more games in a month ago.
How
It's
about
okay.
let's move
It's
on
okay. It's okay. It's
before I
okay.
assault
This
you?
is a hot topic, guys.
No, it's. I think next season Calgary Flames are going to be.
They could be in the
good.
playoffs. I think that
Oh,
could actually
100%.
be a realistic goal
I-
for them.
I
That should be a
fully-
goal for them, I think. Yeah.
I fully think we should have at least a 100-point season.
Yeah, I think that could be a goal. I think a goal of just getting on wild card,
Yeah.
because I think the Pacific is a tough division
Mm.
with I almost said Anaheim.
No.
With Oilers,
Vegas,
Kings, and Vegas. Those are maybe not the Kings,
And
but
Blues were good this season too.
Blues aren't in the Pacific.
What? Oh shoot, you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
But anyways, those who don't know hockey don't care.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess that's could be a phase for us. Sports. I didn't really watch a lot of.
Definitely this semester
Yeah.
we've watched a lot more hockey.
A-
Like I would say almost
100%.
every night we have a hockey game
Yeah.
on. Even if it's not
An important
an
one.
important
It
one,
could
it's,
just be.
it's usually on in the background.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite memory from this year?
Favorite memory from this year? Probably that that night when okay, I'll explain the story. So I think it was the first or second like big dump of snow we had just gotten, and we were like, all right, we're going outside. We're just gonna screw around and see, what happens.
Oh yeah.
So we go around. We're just like, I don't know. We're screwing around and stuff, and we go over to the Parkade. That's by the C train
yeah, the
station
train.
here.
Yeah.
And we we're like, we should just go up top and see if, like, what the view is. So we go up top. Right as we get up top, we see the security van there turn on its lights and start driving. So we run down, we run outside, then we go into the parking lot that backs in
That high school. That high school parking lot. I think it's Ernest Manning.
something like that.
It's
It's the
something like
parking
that.
lot that is like behind Res Ed. Or
No,
like
because
our-
that would be the shopping center. It's next to the shopping center. It's like that high school parking lot.
Was it that one?
Yeah,
Oh
it was
no,
that
you're
one.
right. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. So it was that parking lot, and we see this car pull in, and he starts drifting like in the snow, and we're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that's sweet," And he starts drifting around us, and we're
Yeah, yeah.
cheering, and so me and I think Nolan hop on
Like a light pole. Or
on a
something.
light
Yeah.
on a light post, and or actually it might have been Nathan. I don't
Yeah.
know. Anyways, so he starts drifting around us while we're sitting on this pole.
Yeah, it was kind of. It was a good show.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah.
good show.
So, and then we're like, cheering, whatever. And then another car pulls in, and we're like, "There's about to be two people
Yeah, we're
drifting
like,
in here. This is sweet." And then all of a sudden,
lights turn on.
lights turn on.
the
It's a cop.
cops.
We all just run. We're sitting in James' room, like staring, looking through his
Yeah,
window.
because we wanted to see what was happening.
Yeah.
He was pulled over for like a good
It was-
20 minutes.
Oh, 100%.
He definitely got a fine
fat
or something.
ticket,
Yeah.
yeah.
Probably reckless driving or something stupid. But
Which, I mean, I felt bad for.
I
But
do feel bad because it's like you're not really putting anyone in danger in the parking lot. But
which maybe it could have just been.
you never know because I know a lot of times cops will give warnings and they won't necessarily put out like a ticket. But he may have had like many warnings where it was like
Yeah, I know what you mean.
right. So it was like it could have been one of those things where it wasn't the first time. But
Yeah.
it's too bad because that's not a fun find you want.
No.
Or it's not good. You don't want that on
Reckless
your
driving
record.
is,
You don't
oh,
want that on your
It's
record.
terrible.
It's not fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's probably my favorite.
That was like
memory.
November probably.
Yeah, we've actually, November, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a really warm winter this year. But
It was quite nice.
Yeah.
It was quite nice. in
what
that
was
way.
your favorite memory?
Oh shoot. I don't know. I would have mentioned that, but I'm trying to think of something else.
What else did we do? I don't know.
Like we weren't super active we weren't out every single night.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. Learning how to drive manual last night was fun.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
guy, he didn't stall.
I didn't stall, guys.
He drove my car. I taught him how to drive manual.
Yep.
He didn't stall.
Hannah and Tessa were freaking out in the back.
That's
but
true. They were.
okay.
That was funny. No, there's
was
a few
going to, like-
times you pop the clutch pretty hard.
Yeah.
You get launched back in your seat, and then it's fine. You got to second gear,
Oh yeah, no
Which
big deal,
is
guys. No big deal.
a lot further than that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know, but that was fun.
that was fun.
Um,
There was that time in December where we would kind of like go explore abandoned buildings, but that didn't really go like we didn't even do. We probably did it 2 or 3 times total,
I think we did it.
or did
no,
we
we
just
only
do it
did it
once?
once. It was
we
only
did it
one.
once, but we were gonna go a second time.
Yeah, and then we never did.
But that one time we didn't really get to explore much though. Like
No.
we saw a security camera, and we're like, yeah, it's
probably good
But,
to leave.
um,
That was entertaining.
that was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but this year's been like I knew living on res and stuff would be good for me and it'd be a lot of fun because I'm
Yeah.
definitely a people person. Like I enjoy being around people,
Yeah.
but I didn't think I'd have this much fun, it was
Yeah, it's
a nice
really
surprise.
good.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm coming back next year. Shalom. James
Yeah.
coming back. The whole squad's gonna be back.
Yeah, guys.
gonna
Make
be
Shalom great again.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, but I think we'll have Josiah's RA
RA
as
again.
well.
Yeah, it'll be
That'll be good.
it'll be a good year.
Yeah,
and hopefully
100%.
a couple more freshmen to kind of keep us fresh and alive.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I'm kind of hoping. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm excited for next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do have to agree. I think I wouldn't say residence was how I expected. I thought it would be because I did like catering last year, so I thought it'd be kind of something like that,
Right.
which is a lot more. I've realized it's a lot different because it's like, as I said before, it's like this is more academic. Like we're here to get a degree, so
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, we're pulling late night study sessions, and it's like, priority has to be school.
Yeah.
Whereas Bible school is more like priority school, but it's also just going
Fun.
out and doing fun
Yeah,
things.
that's fair
but-
enough.
No, it was still a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I definitely think I agree with you. Like I'm a people person too, so definitely residence is like that's kind of my thing. I think that's those are the places where I thrive the most when there's that many people around me.
100%.
And yeah, I think. I'm excited for what next year can bring. Maybe we can, do some fun things more.
Yeah.
And
I definitely expected a lot more people on residence. Funny enough.
yeah, I think I kind of had the conception, because most Bible colleges are like predominantly residents.
Right.
And so I think, I was just thinking like the Bible college in Manitoba that I wanted to go to, Providence, they're like pretty much all, I think, very small amount of commuters, like
Right.
under 10% of the students are commuters.
Oh wow.
But there's also only like 350 students.
Oh.
So it's like, it's very, very small. But the residence program is probably maybe a little bit bigger than ours.
Right.
But I was kind of thinking that, but I guess it kind of makes sense because we're in Calgary, we're in a city, whereas a lot of those other, like Briarcrest too is like in the middle of nowhere,
True. Actually.
Providence in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like you have to like, I was in you have to drive 20, 30 minutes to the closest
That's
city.
a good point.
So I think that definitely weighs into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you have people like Brady Coots and Julian.
and they're like 5 minutes
5 minutes
there.
away.
Why are they
It's-
living on Rest?
exactly,
Yeah, but
they come and visit us all the time
yeah.
too. So.
But I remember like talking, like my dad went to CBC and he was talking about how like when he was there, like everybody was on Rest. Like there's maybe only a handful of students that wasn't, and everyone would come and eat together, and everyone would like mealtime was at the same time for everyone.
Right. It's just a big party.
It was just
pretty
like,
much.
but I think the Bible college is probably starting to shift a little bit, not from like that whole, like Bible college 20, 30 years ago would have been like probably mostly residents,
Right.
but now I guess it's just kind of shifting in that way. It's more
Yeah.
commuter.
I think you're more. Like I more agree with the location of it.
That definitely plays
Yeah.
an aspect because you're in a city. There's people living quite close to us.
Like there's even people who like commute from like, is it like Cochrane?
Yeah.
I think, or even Airdrie, where I'm
Airdrie,
from, which
sure.
is half an hour drive there, let alone back.
but at the end of the day, it's probably cheaper.
Oh, 100%.
Than, yeah,
Especially if you're living at home. Like if I was to live at home. with
yeah,
my
and you get
parents
food and
stuff,
everything covered. It's
100%.
still cheaper, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I
not
definitely,
convenient.
even though I'm only a half hour away, I would still rather like live on res just because of the like community and
It's
stuff.
just
you
fun,
build.
I think, and even if I lived in Calgary, I think I would first year like residence is good. It's an easy way to make friends, because I think when you're a commuter, my assumption would be you kind of have to go out of your way a little bit more.
Yeah,
Like how
yeah.
easy would it be to just go into your classes and come out and just go straight home? Like
Yeah.
you kind of have to kind of get out of your way and go and make friends.
Yeah.
Whereas residence, it's like friends kind of come to you. Like it's just like
Well,
in a way where it's like if you're not out of your room, you'll get to know people. If you're out of your room, you'll get to know people quite
100%.
easily.
Yeah. And like I remember at the start of the year, they always pushed the whole thing where it's like, you get what you put into the community.
Yeah, you're right.
So and like that is so true.
It is.
Because we
Yeah, it
had
is.
like people that we knew like first semester who would literally never ever come out of their rooms and not talk to anyone, and it's like it was just kind of not boring, but
It was
like
too bad.
yeah,
We wanted to get to know them more,
Yeah,
but it was hard to, yeah.
100%. So I definitely think like that's true. You
100%
definitely
is
get what you
true.
put into
You get
the
what you put into
community.
it,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
And there's definitely like I guess that's the cool thing about res is like if you're ever bored, there's always people to hang out with. Like
Yeah, 100%.
there's almost always like maybe my floor is dead, but I'll go to another floor and hang out
Right.
with. Right. So I think that's kind of nice. I think.
Yeah.
And then you get to know other people too, not just the people on your floor or in your building.
Yeah, I definitely next year I would like to see more like
Intermixing.
yeah, with
Yeah.
like different floors and stuff because I know like at least Shalom and Renneker are definitely like
We're pretty
yeah, we definitely talk. But that being said, I don't know. I don't know how close Bethel and Chesley are. I don't know how close the senior pods are.
Yeah.
So I'd definitely like to hang out with other people, or even them hang out with us. Because I
Come
rarely
to Shalom,
see,
guys.
like seriously, guys.
What are we doing?
No,
What are we doing?
I rarely saw any like Bethel guys come to Shalom or anything, and
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know what time are we at actually. I feel like we've been talking for a good minute. We're at 30 minutes. Well, I mean,
Maybe we gotta hang up.
yeah, probably you guys are falling asleep here. No, this has been good. This has been a good year. Thank you guys very much for
Listening.
listening to us just kind of
Yep.
talk, and
It's been fun to make this podcast, and we hope we can
absolutely.
make some more next year. And
Yeah.
we hope you guys have a blessed summer and
Yeah. A good Easter.
a good
and
Easter.
Lots
good family
of time with
time.
family,
Yep.
working and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
so
yeah.
I guess subscribe.
Subscribe.
We haven't done that in a
Post
long time.
notifications on.
Yep.
Comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. I think.
I guess so.
Um,
Wow. This is it.
cool.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys, and take care.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
And we're done.